In my community of Shenandoah, Iowa, there is an object that is in our downtown area, and it's referred to as the Iron Mike. Now, what the Iron Mike is it's from the old days, the horse and buggy days. It is an iron fixture that is uh, placed, it's an upright that is placed there as a basin for horses to come and drink out of when they come to town. And on the back side of the Iron Mike, the inside, is another little basin, a smaller one, that's essentially a water fountain for humans. So you have this huge basin in front for horses. And on the back side, you have one that's a little bit higher with a little concrete step there for humans. Needless to say, it is not functioning because those days of horse and buggies have gone by the wayside, if you will. But it still stands. And it was revealed to the town, if you will, through publication that this is more than likely the last existing standing Iron Mike in the state of Iowa. And obviously, I understand that in modern times, most people would say, "Whip-de-doo, that's not a real big deal." But it got me to thinking about the things that we hold on to. And our mayor of this community proposed in a recent council meeting that the Iron Mike be preserved because it is a remarkable thing to be in possession of the last standing Iron Mike. And so that, prompted a little enthusiasm. And so that got me to investigate my heart a little bit further as far as, what does the Iron Mike symbolize, or what should it symbolize? And I will get back to the Iron Mike in a little bit, but I'm going to tie something else in with it. We obviously live in a very divided world. We obviously live in a very divided nation, that being the United States of America. And I would assume that most people within the United States would agree that we live in very divided cities. There are probably very few cities that are well cohesed, that are unified toward a common goal. And that is inevitable. It is inevitable for growing populations to eventually have a divided society. And that's all well and good. We used to look toward the Constitution of the United States as a symbol of our unity, as something that identified us as Americans, as United States citizens, along with the Declaration of Independence. Though that document is threatened, severely threatened, and it is my belief that that time has passed, if you will, where the majority of Americans look to the Constitution of the United States as such a unifying symbol. Because we have a growing population, because we have corruption, etc., etc. And obviously with a growing population, you have a growing segment of apathy and people who are entitlement minded, that thus it becomes that people no longer fight for what is right, true, and correct. They no longer fight for those symbols that serve to unify us. It is my hope, my belief, my challenge to everybody to once again to reinvest as a people, to look toward things that will empower them to clasp hands, that will serve to give them a common grounds, to embrace one another as a people. And this is where I tie it into Iron Mike, here in my good old town of Shenandoah, Iowa. We have some issues in our town that are that have divided us pretty well. They revolve around projects that are very expensive for a town our size. And it's not necessary to go into the specifics. You can see that on other videos and blogs I've done. But we have found ourselves in a place where we no longer find the commonalities in one another. No reason to clasp hands. In fact, we go out of our way to find a reason to slap each other's hands. And I don't believe that is fruitful and productive, and I believe that down the road it will serve as our own downfall. And you can apply that very exact statement on the national level itself. Until we come back to the basics and find out the common grounds of what makes us Americans, we will lose America. There will be no unification. A house divided will fall. So, from a perspective of a resident in the outbacks of Iowa, right in the middle of the United States, in good old Shenandoah, Iowa, I would propose that we as a city would look towards something like the Iron Mike as a status symbol of linking the past to the present, as a means of attaching our souls to our heritage, our forefathers, for the sacrifices, for the risks, for the hope that they put forth to bring us the life that we have today. Those are the types of things that I challenge every community in the nation to look towards. Try to find some status symbol. It could be an old tree, a legendary tree, if you will. It could be a building, some significant building. It could be a project that everybody remembers, that everybody was sold on, that everybody had a common purpose in. It could be a town of 500 people that put together an amazing park. That could be your symbol. We are a nation of people that have, by and large, forsaken God. And it is my hope and feeling that we take the actionable steps to find out what is important, to find out what it is about our own communities that we should be proud of, that we should use to look to the future for. And so, like I said before, it probably sounds silly to most people to use something as a 100-plus-year-old iron mike that fed horses as a symbol for unity. But that's exactly what I am saying, is that, we have a prize right here in southwest Iowa. Something that isn't used, something that is rusted, something that for many people is probably an eyesore, but at the same time people don't understand that it is actually a gem because it is a one of a kind. And that, my friends, is exactly what I'm getting at. Every community in the United States is a one of a kind. There is something about your community that the people can rally around. And if there is something that you can rally around, then you can petition the power to be within you to take steps for the future. You will find the power to look with a positive attitude toward future projects, toward the education of your children. So I guess that is my main point, if you will, as I have pondered over this iron mike that our mayor of this town had brought to our attention, that it is a one of a kind, that it is the one of the last pieces of an era that is fascinating, that has died, but is an intricate part of who we are today. It is my challenge, my firm belief, my hope that we as a nation would look back again and embrace the Constitution of the United States as our symbol of our liberty and freedom that we have been privileged by our Maker through our founding fathers. I hope that those days are not gone, that we have forsaken our very core. But until we come to that tipping point where we can change the nation, we first need to start by changing our homes, by changing the communities in which we live. So I challenge you further to first take a look at your homes. Identify what needs to be, what is your ideal home? What do you want to take place in your home? Meet together as a family council. Make things happen. Become unified in your home. Find something to be unified and rallied about. You can make a family flag. Let that be your unification. If you have a family Bible, let that be. But find power in it. And the same goes with your communities. Find something to rally around as a people. And it has to be something at the very core of who you are as a community. Who you are is a part of your integrity.